If you walk away from Sunday's game and your big takeaway is that you're upset about A.J. Brown's usage, you could certainly feel that way. But the goal is to win, correct? Like, how do I say this in a nice way? Because I'm working on trying to be a nice person. Because generally I'm nice. Sometimes stupid people piss me off. But I'm trying to be nice, just in general, okay? If you walked away from let's just say, going into week 18, you said to yourself, Saquon Barkley shouldn't go for the rushing record because the team has an ultimate goal. They want to win the Super Bowl. You can't possibly have Saquon go out there. Everybody's got to stay healthy. Healthy. You got to get wins. You got to go get 4 wins. You got to go get the Super Bowl. That's the number one target. Okay, so if you're one of those people, and now you come out of Sunday, and you're bitching and moaning because A.J. Brown didn't get enough targets, or you're bitching and moaning because you think that Devontae Smith should have had more targets, or you're bitching and moaning because Jalen Hurts had only 39 yards through the air late in that game, and that's your big complaint, chill the out. Chill out. If the goal is to win a Super Bowl, what you ultimately need to do is sit back and enjoy the ride they take you on. Because, again, a good team wins games against teams that they're supposed to beat. A great team figures out how to win games when something isn't going well. They adapt, they adjust. This is where having Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio as your new coordinators with more experience than their predecessors comes into play. That is the kind of change that this team made in the offseason, that they went all in on, that has paid dividends to this point. That got you the number 2 seed in the NFC, had you legitimately in contention for much of the regular season to go for that number 1 seed, won you the NFC East, and is going to give you another home playoff game. And oh, by the way, if a hot Washington team can somehow go knock out Detroit in the divisional round and you win your game this weekend, guess what? You host the NFC Championship game. And how did all of that happen? Yes, there was a very talented team on the field, but those coordinators have done an exceptional job of adapting to the personnel all season, and they're going to continue to do so. Kellen Moore and Vic Fangio aren't all of a sudden going to forget how to game plan. Now, if you have comments or concerns about, did the Eagles get Saquon Barkley involved early enough in this game consistently? Does it feel like they don't really let him build a rhythm? I can side with you on that. And then I can also point to 119 yards on the ground. Probably another 40 plus left because he knew that he could ice the game by going down on first down. A.J. Brown didn't come out and lob grenades from a distance or cause any kind of strife in the locker room because he only had 1 reception on the day. Devontae Smith didn't go to the media and complain that he didn't have, 8 targets or 10 targets. Everybody just needs to chill out. It is crazy to me. Like, this wasn't as close of a game as the final scoreline indicates. And you got out of this mostly unscathed, the Nakobe Dean injury notwithstanding. Be happy about the win. Enjoy the win. Next week's game will almost certainly look significantly different than this one. I would fully expect that next week you're going to see a heavy dose of Saquon Barkley, and you're going to see the Eagles try to air it out more. And Jalen Hurts with a full week of practice, being cleared out of concussion protocol, getting his rhythm back with his receivers is going to pay dividends. And if you're able to win in the divisional round, I expect that I keep saying Saquon, that Jalen Hurts is going to look even better in an NFC Championship game, could even look better in a Super Bowl. You can't, this is the hypocrisy that exists with the national media and with some fans, especially the ones who constantly shit on Jalen Hurts or undervalue what Jalen Hurts gives you, okay? If Jalen Hurts is just like any old quarterback who could run this offense successfully, because any quarterback can win with this team, you can't then have those same national media people last week saying, oh, the Eagles are going to lose this game if Jalen Hurts doesn't play. And then you had what we had on this show, like Chris Broussard, right? Played that clip last week saying, I don't even think that the Eagles are going to win. I think the Packers are going to win. Why? Because Saquon Barkley wasn't going to play. Because Jalen Hurts wasn't going to play. Right? All these media pundits who say you could win with whoever's playing quarterback because of how good the wide receivers are, the tight end is, the quarterback is, the line is. All those people who essentially say that Jalen Hurts is just lucky that he gets to play in this offense, those are the same people who last week were openly saying the Eagles had no chance or had a minimal chance of winning if Jalen Hurts didn't play. That, my friends, is hypocrisy. So again, I will point out, if you are freaking out after this game that Jalen Hurts didn't look comfortable, it's the first game in a month. His first game in a month. Let's offer the guy just a little bit of grace. Now, if next week he looks wildly inconsistent, wildly inaccurate, is missing really simple reads, is sailing the ball 6 feet over an A.J. Brown on the outside, is throwing the ball 2 feet behind Devontae Smith, all right, fine. Then we'll have that conversation. But I don't think he looked bad on Sunday. He looked like a guy who hadn't played in a month and had just recently cleared concussion protocol. He's a human being. He gets paid a lot of money. He's a human being. Millions of dollars isn't going to make your head feel better. Just isn't. Your body's going to heal how it heals. Your brain is going to heal how it heals.